Zouma, Zouma. Oh, what have you done, Kurt Zouma? Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. Um, West Ham are just a drama club at the minute with loads of issues. And I was doing this tonight, coming on here to talk about Watford, how much of an important game it is. But news has just broke that Kirk Zouma likes to do ABH on cats and likes to kick cats up in the air. And um, I don't know I don't know what to say. I really don't. Anyway, welcome back to E20 Zone TV. We got Watford tomorrow in a big game at the LS, and we need to win. But there's no two ways about it. We haven't won a game in the Premier League since Norwich. And news comes out tonight with regards to Kirk Zouma. If you haven't already seen it, go over to Twitter. It's flooded over there. He's been caught beating up his cat, basically, as good as. And I just don't understand the mentality of some of these people. Right? These are multi-millionaires. One, why they're allowing someone to film it, and two, why they are doing it in the first place. Right? It's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. And yeah, I'm stunned to say the least. You know what I mean? Tomorrow's game, though, I'm going to have to compose myself and talk about tomorrow's game. But Kirk Zouma, mate, what are you doing, mate? You know what I mean? What are you doing? Anyway, we've got Watford tomorrow, as I say, and it's a big game. Last time we played Watford in a big game at the LS was 2 years ago when we was fighting for our lives, and we ended up winning the game 3-1 when Declan Rice scored that screamer from outside the box. And tomorrow's game isn't going to be as straightforward as we all think. It's going to be an emotionally charged game. It's going to be a game where feelings are going to get involved. Obviously, they're going to do like pay a tribute to the passing of Isla Caitlin. And for me, West Ham need to score early in this game. They really do. And if they do score early, it's a game where we should roll Watford. But this is West Ham United. And if you support West Ham United, like I have and like many others have over the years, we don't make these games easy. We make them hard work. We made Norwich hard work to a point, even though we've got the job done in the end. And this is a new Watford with Roy Hodgson in charge. So it's going to be an interesting game. We need to make sure that we're on the ball with it. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, Zouma, this news has come out tonight, and he might not even be there tomorrow. Not because of injury, because he might be in nick. But do you know what? I'm stunned. Like, I'm seeing what Jordan's put in the chat, and I will get to the chat shortly. But it's shambolic. It really, really is. We've got to keep their main men quiet, Watford, and it's sort of spoiled my preview because I've just seen that with Zouma. I'm completely lost for words, but I will carry on and be as professional as I can be. But I will get to the chat. Let's go. Let's have a look. See what everyone's saying. Jordan sums it up brilliantly. Kirk Zouma, you fool. It really is, mate. Is there team news? Lanzini's out. Mazawaku's out. It looks like Kirk Zouma might be out and all. Zouma could be prosecuted upon us out for the season. Shambles. I think West Ham are destined for a Diop and Dawson partnership, no matter how much we don't want it. Do you know what, Jezza? I'm starting to agree with you, mate. I really, really am. What the hell is going on with like our players? Do you know what I mean? They're just losing their minds. Leeds, Manchester United, and Norwich will have been must-wins. What makes tomorrow's game any different? Tomorrow's game is different is because we haven't won a game in the Prem in the last two. Also, there has been a transfer window in that time where we haven't signed that one, Jazza. So tomorrow's game is a must-win because then the wheels will start to come off. Fan base will start getting on GSB's back even more so. Could be an issue. Is it true regarding Zouma? Yes, it is true, mate. Get over to Twitter, Robert, and have a look, mate. It's flooded over there. I've seen emojis of cats. I've seen videos. It's not good. It really ain't good. Anis, hope you are well, sir. Yeah, Jazzy, it was a toxic atmosphere already with no signings now. News, if we go 1-0 down, it will be like Burnley 2.0. Yeah, you've seen Zouma. Yeah, I have, mate. And West Ham says, start at least. I think the youngsters are going to have to be called upon now. And even if boys don't like it, like, will Zouma play tomorrow? That's a big question right now that we need to ask ourselves. Like, obviously, the news has come out in regard to this. Will he be in the right frame of mind to play tomorrow? The answer to that, I don't think he will be. Like, he's going to have a lot of questions to be answered by a lot of higher up people. Like, no one at West Ham, like the police and the RSPCA and everything. Like, is he going to be in the right frame of mind to play a game of football? Like, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand what's going on. Like, it just seems like everything's just falling apart around us. But if we're going to make this a positive season, yeah, it's time to unleash the youngsters. And I've got a show coming up in the near future about that. Right? People will keep telling me how good these youngsters are. You see it on different platforms, different shows, different YouTube channels. Oh, the youngsters are this, the youngsters are that. Well, let's see them. Because I think some of them are very, very good. I think some of them are bang average. And we need to pick them out. Which ones are what? If Zouma's not there tomorrow and we've got Diop and Dawson there, I fear for us. I really do. I think Diop is just all over the place. But I'm going to try and keep positive on this one. Because if Diop is there, yeah, the only way Diop can turn this around with his form is just get better playing, like play better at West Ham, for West Ham. And if he does that, the fan base will turn back to, like, they will support him. They will support him, the fan base, but I think all the fans know when it comes to Kurt Zouma and it comes to Diop, one of them is very, very good and one of them is awful. And with Diop, he's got to sort himself out, like mentally. He's got to be a bit more aggressive. He's got to be on the ball, on the game. And if that is the case, then hopefully he could turn the haters and the people who are criticising, and he deserves to be criticised, don't get me wrong, back to being supporters of him and fans of him. Do you know what I mean? At the minute, if you ask the fan base right now, the vast majority of them would want Diop at the door. I think everyone would say it. I think I've supported Diop for a long time, but I'm starting to get tired of him now, where he's constantly the same thing over and over and over again. So for me, he needs to sort of shape up a bit. And if he does do that, then hopefully he can sort himself out and we can have a productive season. But this is a major problem in regards to Zouma. Like, what has come out tonight is borderline insulting. Like, and to drop it right on top of Watford is unbelievable. And not only that, if he gets prosecuted, he could go to prison, which is no joke. Do you know what I mean? If we've got video proof there, it's not pretty, and when everyone sees it, it's just not good. Let's get into your comments here. Hopefully, someone who looks like him, but my God, it's not promising. We're in the shit. It ain't, mate. It's definitely him, 100%. Really, really is. In my opinion, top four will only be on the cards again if we win 4 games in a row. With one of them being a top 5 team, I think top 4 is long gone now, mate. If we get top 4, it's like a Christmas miracle. I'm being serious. There's no way West Ham get top 4. You can clip that from me, and I will take all bets on that. Also, not a chance. It's just not good enough. We've got too many players who in and out of form. Like, 1 minute they're good, 1 minute they're bad. So I don't see us getting top 4 at all in the slightest. Now this has come out, this is only going to derail us a bit more. Like, it really, really is. He's a good player, but Diop's confidence is shot. The problem is, I don't know which way Moyes will go with this now, because he's got a player that is. The problem is, I know this is like a pre-match fault, but the Zouma talk has just completely overtaken that. Like, the news has come out about that. But Moyes he's set himself up for this, in my opinion. He's asked for this to happen. Obviously, he didn't ask for Kirk Zouma to beat up his cat, but lack of signings, lack of ambition, like lack of awareness in the market has basically allowed this to go on. And now you've lost Lanzini for a bit of time. Mazawaku, who, not being funny, he's not my cup of tea, Maz, but he is another left back or possible left back, and we haven't got him there. And now Kirk Zimmer's like beat up his cat, so he looks like he's going away for a bit of time. The day and age of footballers nowadays is truly unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? They think they're untouchable. Sullivan's openly said he's a dog lover. Some people are saying he won't do anything to Zouma. Probably not. How many chances are we going to give Diop before there's no turning back? He's had to step in for an injured player in the big games and hasn't performed each and every game. I agree, mate. I really do, Jezza. I think Diop's running out of time, if I'm honest. Tom, good to have you on, mate. Really hope you're doing well, mate. I think you're in Wiltshire way, I think. And Mr. Hatcher, Diop needs to go back to basics, defend first, clear the ball, and head the ball out. I think what he's got to be, Mike, if you want me to be truthfully honest, he needs to be a bit more aggressive. Like, he needs to be a proper centre half. Like, the header at Kidderminster at the weekend was, let's be honest, poor. Poor. It was like just soft. And centre halves, your good centre halves of years gone by, have always been rugged centre halves, like solid as a rock. And I don't think Diop is solid. I think he's very lethargic in some ways. Like, he's all over the place. He's like, he falls over his own feet. His awareness is all over the place. He's just not. I've backed him up, Diop, for a long, long time. And Andy Miles said it on one of his streams recently. He said ever since the Ghent game, he's lost his confidence, and that is quite true. Ever since that mistake in Ghent, where we drew the game, I think it was 2-2, he just lost his way a little bit. But now this has come out with Zouma, right? We've got a bit of a problem there because he will have to play. Now, this is down to Moyes now. Moyes has to get him aside and say to him, I need you to be a bit, toughen him up. Do you know what I mean? Put him in, like, get the biggest, well, I would say get the biggest striker at the club, but we ain't got one. Right? Maybe against Antonio. Just do striker versus defender. Just get him roughed up in a way that he needs to sort of be a bit more solid. All right, he's very easy to play against. Like, I'm not being funny, I'm not Craig Dawson to a point, but Craig Dawson is a bit more solid than him. Do you know what I mean? And that's no disrespect, but that's embarrassing. Let's be honest. But we'll see. We will see what we've got here. So I can't believe what I've just seen with Zouma. I can't believe I've just heard the sentence Zouma's going to be out for a while for kicking his cat. It's laughable, mate. It's laughable. Moyes might have to consider coming out of retirement, and his confidence is shot. This is the life I've been a West Ham fan. This nothing surprises me, but it's like we're on self-destruct mode. Yeah, we are. This is where it all goes back to the transfer window. I don't want to keep going about transfer window, but when you look at it now, we've lost Lanzini, we've lost Mazawaku, Zouma's possibly out. We are praying that none of our big guns get injured. Bowen, Roas, Antonio. I'm going to say this, even Craig Dawson. We can't afford Craig Dawson get injured because then you're going to play like Elise and Diop together. Moyes got to ask a lot of questions, and I think now is the time to start bedding in these youngsters. Even if it's 10 minutes to go, get them on the pitch. He's going to have to. Tomorrow night, I do not want to see Yarmolenko coming on the pitch. There's Oko Flex on there. There's Sonny Perkins on there. There's Theo Neves, who's in the under 23s. Never gets a look in, right? Don't want to see Yarmolenko because he ain't going to be here next year. So let's have a look. Do you know what I mean? Tom says here, if a video service is a Bowen volleying a pigeon, then I'm done. Mate, if he volleys a pigeon. Oh, dear, mate. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Do you know what? Right, I was going to come on here and do like a right proper video, right, like a little afterthought, but pre-match thought, yeah, trying to keep it professional on this channel. But I'm just done, mate, with the Kirk Zouma like feline basher. Do you know what I mean? He's even I'm literally lost for words, mate. I really am. Luke says here, yeah, Yarmolenko would have missed the cat. I've got to laugh at Luke. Yeah, he would have missed the target all day long. He really would have done. What else we got here? Crowd could do a job at centre back. Has done it before. Possibly, but you're going to chuck him in the Premier League. And the way he played the other day was awful. Let's be honest here. And I don't know. Do you know what wouldn't surprise me if it's Mark Noble and Suchek and Rice go centre half with someone? That would not surprise me in the slightest. It's not the right call. Don't get me wrong. So don't shoot me down. But let's be honest here. He's the only other centre half we've got. Do you know what I mean? I don't think Crowell can come in and do that job unless you want to go with Elise or Baptiste or someone like that. But do you know what? I think Moyes has asked for this with no transfers to a point. So Moyes has got to do something with the youngsters. There's youngsters in there, like Ashby. If need be, put Cafal at centre half. Cafal and Dawson. That might be something. Cafal's good at reading the game. He's a good defender. And maybe put Ashby on the right. Do you know what I mean? Or something like that. He's going to have to do something. I know that. He possibly could, Jay Woods, if I'm being honest. He's like, what it is, the evidence don't lie. So he's literally banged to rights. Now he's either going to get community service, he's either going to get a bit of bird, or he's going to get all three. Do you know what I mean? Like, and a fine to go with, on top of it. So, do you know what I mean? And it says here, yeah, smashing into someone's backyard in a snowman suit, crashing a Lamborghini into a building, kicking a cat. Welcome to West Ham. Appealing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And do you know what? What does it the most? Yarmolenko would have rushed the cat and dived. Yeah, it is. It's terrible, mate. Fredericks would have missed when he dropped the kick in the cat. Oh, he's like creasing me up tonight. I must admit. Let me get to the bottom here. Sorry, but I can't even blame GSB for Zouma kicking the cat. I know. I don't know what everyone else thinks on this one. This is I'm just stunned. First time ever I've done a stream when I've just lost for words because like our player is doing stupid things like that. But you know what does me the most is what's Declan Rice thinking here, like, and Bowen amongst them two. Like Declan Rice the other day got us out of grief big time up in Kidderminster, and now he must be looking and thinking we're in our best moment. But do you know what? Out of something negative, something positive could come out of this. And honestly, if the youth players have to come in, just put them in there. I think we all know as West Ham fans, we ain't going to win every game. So I would put Elise in there or Baptiste in there, or go with someone like a Cafal in there or something. Do you know what I mean? I think we're going to have to do something because if we don't, we're going to get blitzed. Do you know what I mean? Especially with one defender. But yeah, Kurt Zouma booted his pet cat, even though he's an ambassador for a charity which raises money for lions. Rumor has it that Zouma was protecting his French buddy Diop from the cat. Yeah. He won't get jail time, probably a fine, and then the RSPCA banning order, but doesn't stop the fact he's a bell. Yeah. The problem is, though, and the question I need to ask everyone before I come towards the end, because this has been like the Kirk Zouma show, so to speak, does he play tomorrow? Can he play tomorrow? That's the $1 million question. Is this man in the right frame of mind to play tomorrow against Watford? Now, if your name has just been put massively in the news for something where he's going to get a lot of grief now from the fan base. He's going to get a lot of grief in public, not just from the fan base. Is he in the right frame of mind to play tomorrow? And I don't think he is. I really don't. I'll be very shocked if tomorrow he runs out for West Ham, knowing that that's in the paper tomorrow. I'll be very shocked. I agree with Tom on this one. Tom says he can't play tomorrow for after that. He can't. He can't. So do you know what? It's funny, isn't it? It is funny. All today we've been thinking, I hope Zouma ain't got injured. All right, I hope he's all right after what happened on Saturday, etc. And then tonight comes out and he's done ABH on his pet. Just cannot make it up with West Ham United Football Club. You really can't. The thing is, it's against the law, isn't it? If it was any general member of the public that potentially be doing time, I think it is, mate. I think it is. If it was someone of like normal, they would be looking at a hefty fine and like a custodial sentence, 100%. What else we got there? I think rather he was injured and this happening. Yeah, I agree. Luke disagrees. He says, yeah, he'll play tomorrow. If it was my cat, I would skin him alive, but it's just a cat. I disagree, Luke. How can he play when his name's going to be literally being trolled there? Do you know what I mean? And they must have known this story was coming out. But shocking. Watford tomorrow is going to be a game where I didn't even spoke about the game. It's all about Kirk Zouma's cat eating, isn't it? Watford tomorrow is going to be difficult, but we're just going to have to get on the front foot early, press them back, get an early goal. West Ham tomorrow. That's a must. If we score early against Watford, I think we'll roll them, like 2-0, 3-0, something like that. Benny needs to score a goal for me for my bet. Please, can you sort it out? I've got 5 to go for a 40-1 winner. And I just want to win tomorrow. Well, don't matter how it comes about, just get a win and get back to winning ways. Will we win tomorrow? I think we will, but I think it's going to be just. If Zouma plays, yeah, I think we win 2-0. I think if Zouma don't play, I think we will nick it 2-1, 2-1 or 3-1. If he does play tomorrow, I just hope Moyes picks him. Hope he's got his edge on the game, because if he hasn't, then he's going to get a lot of criticism of Moyes for that. But it is what it is. Joe says the cat isn't dead, is it? I need to see his clip. Yeah, so I put in Zouma cat, mate, on Google and you'll find it 100%. So what else we got here? Maybe he's checking his knee out. My cat is absolute freak, but I'm not going to kick the guy. Apparently he's been in to apologise, but still shit. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's shocking. It's shocking. And do you know what it is? I don't know what's going on at West Ham at the minute, but everyone seems like they're self-destructing. Like there's a lot of issues at the club. There really is, and this is another one that's come out now. Now, we're all laughing about this tonight and saying, how can he do it? And it's really bad, and what he's done is absolutely terrible. But from a West Ham point of view, this could massively affect our season. Like we could be there and we could just drop like that. And I don't want to see that at West Ham. Do you know what I mean? But if you do stupid things, you're going to end up having to pay the punishment, I'm afraid. And it looks like he is at the minute. What we got here? Well, they've just signed the centre half. They've got a striker in Greenwood. Do you know what I mean? Prison FC's got more transfers than us. Honestly, it really is. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Legend players couldn't care less about Twitter. Look at what some of them have done and carried on. Yeah, I agree, Luke. But the problem is, Luke, is he going to be ready for tomorrow? That's the real question. Let's be honest. The video looks old, but what the fuck? Yeah. whatever happens tomorrow, yeah, that will be the $1 million question. Will Zouma play? Um, some of you in the chat have turned around and said to me that you don't think he does. I'll be shocked if he does. I think if he if he turns up playing for West Ham tomorrow after that, then West Ham better win. Let's put it like that, because if he don't, Moyes will set himself up for another onslaught, basically. Um, it's a big arse, though. Trojan nearly broke the spine. Yeah. Deflated, mate. Look, I can't believe this. I've got to laugh. I've got to laugh at this. Yeah. I've been doing YouTube for about 5 months on my own. Yeah. With other lads coming on, etc. And to come on tonight to do a preview of the game tomorrow, I was only going to do 10 minutes, quick art, like pre-match thought, talk to using the chat and go through it. But tonight it's really deflated me, if I'm honest, because just nothing ever surprises me with this club, ever. And it's like they have like a mental block in their heads, and they just cannot work out what the hell they're doing. Do you know what I mean? And it's just unreal, just unreal. Got to be proved first. He plays for me until proven guilty. I think he's guilty, right? Like from the video, there's a video on Twitter. His face is all over the sun. I tell you what, if he ain't guilty, the Sun's going to get sued. So I don't think the Sun would jeopardise someone suing them for like slander if it wasn't true. Peter, I won't want to be a family member living in his house as they start with animals and move on to humans. He's got a few kids. He's got a missus. Yeah. Hi James, we must beat Watford tomorrow. I enjoy your shows. Up Yammers. Cheers, mate. I really do appreciate it, Lee. I enjoy my shows too when they all go well, but Mr. Zouma's spoiled tonight. He really has. I just don't know. I'm speechless tonight. First time ever. I've usually got quite a lot to say for myself, but I'm stunned. Absolutely stunned. I don't know what goes through his mind. What's gone through his mind. He can't play tomorrow. I don't even think he can even play Sunday until this is sort of blown over, if I'm honest. But he plays tomorrow, West Ham better win. That's all I'm going to say, because I will be back on here and I will be handing out Moyes and saying, like, what you're doing playing him. On the more positive notes, whoever plays tomorrow, like starting lineup wise, will Fabianski play? He's just come back from COVID. That's an interesting one. I personally would go with Areola myself. You can't really knock Areola for Kidderminster. If you game, I know he was a bit all over the place, but they was all awful. So I think we can give him a pass. Right back, Kafal, Dawson. It's going to be Diop. I think it will be Diop. Left back, Cresswell, obviously. Obviously, the dream team, Suchek and Rice in the middle. And then the front four, Bowen, Ben Rama, Flassage, I think, or Fornells. I think Fornells will play. I think Fornells will play on the left, and then they will have Ben Rama going for the middle. Not my favourite thing, obviously. I like Benny on the left. I like him when he's on that side. He cuts in. I don't like him. He's too lightweight going for it as a number 10. So I would like to see Fornells play tomorrow, and them two interchange. And then obviously Antonio. Now, is Antonio back tomorrow? That's another question that needs to be asked. What we got here? Let's have a look. Everyone's in the chat. That must be me. What we got here? We are. This says we are cursed. Yes, we are, mate. Tough prison sentences for animal cruelty will be forced in summer after the animal welfare bill received today. This means that the maximum prison sentence for animal cruelty will be raised from 6 months to 5 years from June 29th, 2021. He's not going to play for a while, I don't think. I agree, Tom. I really do. No excuse for what he did. What we got? Trove says the new maximum penalty will enable courts to take a firmer approach to cases such as dog fighting, abuse of puppies, and kittens. Wow. And Charles just says that we're fucked. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I'm an animal lover. No excuse. Give him a pass. The way we played, it will end up in the net. Club statement. West Ham United unreservedly condone the actions of our player Kurt Zouma in the video that has circulated. We have spoken to Kurt and will be dealing with the matter internally. I don't buy that shit. I don't know, mate. Mark, I think it is true, mate. Honestly, but we would like to make it clear that we have no way to condone cruelty towards animals. Who the hell filmed it? And that is it. Breaking news is that Kurt Zouma has been found to be beating up his cat on a video. It's all over social media, and from what I've just read there, I think he's out tomorrow. Just another one on the list. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I really stunned. Is the word I'm looking for. Absolute stunned. This fucking club drive me mental sometimes, and the players in it. We've got players who don't want to be here, getting lots of money. We've got players who we signed who wants to fuck about, and it's me personally. I don't want to be so negative because I appreciate everyone who comes on this channel. I appreciate all the subscribers I do have. I appreciate everyone in the chat who gives their opinions. But sometimes this gets draining on this club. All I want to see is success at West Ham. It just seems like every time I want to see something, it's like hard work. It really is. It's like we look like we're going to do something. We look like we're building towards something, and then it's like Jenga. You pull away pull it away, and it all falls down. And it's just shocking, absolute shocking. And this is a big moment for West Ham in the next sort of 4 weeks because we're going to have Southampton. We're going to have Europa League games come up towards like March, like beginning of March. And it just seems like it's just falling. It's just falling all the way around us. It's only a matter of time before it starts all falling in. And yeah, it's shocking. It really is. Mike says this only at West Ham. You don't get this at Liverpool. You don't get this at like these other clubs. Fair enough. Right. Let's be honest here. I know this is going into a bit of a different scenario, and I'm going to have to change the thumbnail on this video. But like Greenwood, what's happened to Greenwood, and what's happened to Mendy and other things? Like this is bad. But I just nothing surprises me now with modern day footballers. Really don't. We've just got no. Like Zouma's done this, and he's going to have to pay the consequences. And that means now not only are we without our best centre half at the club, right? It's going to affect our season, which in due course will affect us long term. And it's just shambolic, really. I'm just going to get into the final ones of your comments here. There's always a shambles just round the corner at West Ham. I agree. Clubs should let the fans change in research. Yeah. Mark says he's doing some porridge. He is, mate. He's doing some bird, 100%. Doing some time. I don't think he'll play this season. I don't think. I'll be quite shocked if he comes out tomorrow. People will say that, but he'll be like a Greenwood situation. There's no way he can show his face playing football now because let's be honest, any away fans are going to be on his case, right? So this is going to have to be massively sorted out. And Anis has just read the statement out there, and the club is serious in the statement. If a statement's coming from West Ham officially, do you know what I mean? I can't even think of one positive. He's got to practice his left foot. It's bad. We've had a little bit of a joke and a bit of banter on it tonight, but will affect sponsored deals big time. Yeah, I do agree on that. Didn't two England players call up? What's that? Didn't two England players get called out and join the hotel? Yeah, that was Foden and Greenwood. Son, Anis. Zouma, there was no excuse for my behaviour, which I sincerely regret. I would like to assure everyone that our two cats are perfectly fine and healthy. Yeah. And they are loved and cherished by the entire family. This behaviour was an isolated incident that will never happen again. You said you don't see the other top clubs, but they have rapists. Yeah, I know, mate. I know, but I mean the other clubs are on our level, like you Aston Villas, your Leicesters, things like that. But it's just Trojan. I'll be honest, yeah, it's just because we're in our best moment, and we're like, I think it's a build up of things with the fan base. Um, I think this goes back to the transfer window. I think it goes back to now this has happened. It's gonna lead on to other things. Do you know what I mean? And don't be surprised if something else is going to come about. Like we've just had the transfer window. Zouma's done this now. They say things come in threes. It just would not surprise me at all. It really wouldn't. Surely he won't play again. Won't be allowed to take pets again. Yeah, I believe. And then on that final note, Trode says, "Cursed." And that is that. I'm going to leave it at that, everyone. Watford tomorrow, which is a game. But the real news at the minute is Kirk Zouma is facing time away from West Ham United Football Club for not an injury, but for personal issues. And for him to be doing what he done with the cat and basically having it filmed is a disgrace. And I don't think he plays for a little while at West Ham. I couldn't tell you when. I really couldn't. But I'll be honest, I think he's facing some time away, and that's going to cripple us long term. But we've got to move forward from him, right? If he's not there, we've got to deal with it. And David Moyes has got a duty of care now to bring in these youngsters, right? I want to see Elise, Baptiste. I want to see Longello if he's there, right? If he's left-footed, he can play on the left-hand side of defence, and he does it for a living. Play Longello, right? Ashby if need be, right? Because you've asked yourself, you put yourself in this situation, Moyes. Now you've got to dig yourself out of it. Do you know what I mean? And if this season ends up dropping, at least we can look at the youngsters and say, right, he's good, he's not, he stays, he goes. That's it, in my opinion. It really, really is. Gutted. Absolutely gutted. Mark says here, Newcastle fan here, wishing you nothing but good health, young man. Good channel, no swearing, no trolling, just good content. Mark, thanks for tuning in, mate. But my swearing come on Saturday after watching Kidderminster nearly beat us. Do get a few swearers, mate. I won't lie to you, but there's no trolling. I just try and keep it as real as I can, mate. I really do. Tom, cheers, James. Let's hope these are playing do the business tomorrow. I was saying 4-1 earlier. Hope this story hasn't affected the whole squad. I don't think it'll affect the whole squad, but I think it's going to affect us long term. I think we will get the job done tomorrow, but it'll be like a job done. Just can't believe it that now we're down to our two. What's the funniest thing of the whole situation is we're down to our two backup defenders in Diop and Dawson. We started off the season with 4 centre halves, and now we're going to be down to our 2 backup centre halves for the rest of the season. Because if Zouma doesn't come back, well, he might not even come back this season. Right? It's a serious issue there, right? So, but then that's on Moyes again. Like, I don't want to be negative, but like we all knew that car had to get done, and you just sit there and do nothing, and you just allow it to carry on, which is gutting. We'll move in the summer if there's anyone. We'll have him. Yeah, take care, Jim. Another day in the cabin blue. Yeah, I agree, mate. And Moyes extends research into players' backgrounds, just not got even longer. Yeah. I want to thank everyone who's tuned in recently on this channel. I've had my numbers are going up nice and steady. I really do appreciate all the subscribers. and my content's getting good. I must admit, I'm looking at my viewing figures, and if people are viewing my content, I'm happy with that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll be back tomorrow night to talk about the game. I'll do an afterthought, and I will do a player ratings with one of the lads, whoever's about. But tonight's news is crippling. It really, really is. And for me, just get the job done tomorrow, West Ham. Really do. We need to see some youngsters here, though. I will say that. I don't want to see Yarmolenko entering the pitch tomorrow at all. I think he's done at West Ham. If you're going to give people a chance, give Oko Flex a chance, or Perkins, or Dan Chesters, someone like that. Let's not keep giving playing time to people who just do not want to be at our club and just steam a living. And let's give it to some of the youngsters. And I couldn't care less how the season goes, right? If we give it to the youngsters and they're having a go and they're playing for the badge and they're giving it their all, that's enough for us as fans. We all know that as fans. That's all we expect as fans is just go out, work hard, and give your all for the shirt. But don't keep giving players like Yarmolenko, to name one, a chance when he don't deserve it. He don't deserve it. And he's standard 5 minutes. I'm sorry, he don't deserve that. Oko Flex deserves a chance. And he scores goals in the under-23s. He's played for Celtic. He's an Arsenal trainee from old. Give him a chance. And hopefully we might find a gem in there. Do you know what I mean? And it is what it is. Anyway, I will love and leave yous. Take care. All the best. I'm going to go for a 2-0 tomorrow for West Ham. I think West Ham will get it done. It will be tough. It will be an emotional time at the LS tomorrow. To remember Isla Caton. That girl was a proper warrior, and she may be gone, but she's never forgotten. Do you know what I mean? That's the West Ham spirit. We will never forget you, girl. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know what's going on with the boys at West Ham. I really don't. But it's bye for now. Take care. All the best. And Kirk Zouma, you've let us all down, mate.